I'd like to add my welcome and thanks to all of you for sharing your evening with us tonight. We're a little bit behind schedule, so I'm going to try to go really fast. You saw a snippet of what we do, and our executive director, Susan Lai, will give you a little bit more information on that. What I'd like to do is give you a real quick summary of who we are, why we're passionate about what we do, and why we think it's important for all of us to participate in our mission. Our mission, you've been looking at it, is right there. In summary, in short, is basically to improve trust, build trust between Chinese and Americans. And what we do is we're a grassroots organization that provides information to teachers and students and opinion makers to try to get this done. And we do this by teaming with other organizations. And so these are some of the partners and co-sponsors that we work with. So we're trying to build resources, bring people together, because the Bay Area has tremendous resources, and if we try to do it by ourselves, then nobody maximizes their potential. So why is this important? So that's who we are. Now, we're trying to improve trust between Chinese and Americans. So why is that important? Because this is the first time in the history of the world that the U.S. and China are the leading countries in the world. China has been a leader way back, and the U.S. has been a leader recently. But this is the first time these two countries are number 1 and 2, and you can pick who's 1 and 2. But this is also a time when technology is changing. And as a result, the world is flatter, globalization is more prominent, and you have 500 million Chinese who've moved into the middle class. And so the interaction of Chinese and Americans is going to grow very rapidly. And this is major change, and people don't like change. So change comes with uncertainty, and change comes with fear and suspicion and disillusionment in some cases, lack of trust, mistrust. So the 1990 Institute is to try to make this change as smooth and as positive as possible. So that's our mission. Now, just a little bit on the macro side. Most of our impressions right now are from sound bites in the media. You hear about the terrible pollution in Beijing, you hear about cyber hacking, you hear about corruption in the government. That's from our side. From their side, they hear about Edward Snowden, they hear about our government shutting down, they hear about maybe we won't pay our debt, they hear about maybe we'll go to war in Syria. So there's, you know, when you hear these things, is that really a true reflection on the people of China or the U.S.? I don't think so. Also, what's happening is social media. So that's another factor that is coming into play. There's 1.1 billion cell phones in China, and almost 500 million of them are tuned into the internet. So things are changing, but as things change, there are things that don't change. Fear, suspicion, those kinds of things. So that's why we're here. So I'm going to cut this short. I could talk for a long time, but I would like to end by asking you to participate. This is a unique time when we can shape what happens between our two countries. You know, we're trying to feel our way right now. There is no good paradigm that exists at this time. The two countries are feeling each other out on an economic basis, politically, militarily, culturally. We have different systems, different institutions. And so I ask you to not sit on the sidelines and participate. We have, we think, a very important mission. We need all the help we can get. So again, thank you for being here and appreciate all your help. Thanks. So I'd like to introduce now our new executive director, She came on. We'd been an all-volunteer organization for 22 years, and now we've got so many programs going, we felt we needed some staff. So we hired Susan Lai to be our executive director. She came in March. She's from Taiwan. She's worked hard with the Asian Art Museum and with the Society of Asian Art, and she's doing a wonderful job. She's going to talk a little bit more about our programs. So, Susan.
Thank you, Dan. So as Dan said, I've been working with the 1990 Institute now for about 6 months. And I have to tell you how inspired I am by all the people that I've worked with so far in these last 6 months, all the board members and volunteers and donors. Everybody has contributed their time and talent and treasure to further our mission through the programs that we run. And so now I'm going to just talk really quickly about what programs that we do. As most of you are probably most familiar with our Spring Bud program, which is very well known to many of you here in this audience. This is the program that we run in Shanxi province with the Shanxi Women's Federation. And we have helped to educate 1,000 girls in rural Shanxi and put them through education from the 4th grade on. And we have seen them graduate from middle school and go on to high school and vocational school. And now 172 of these young women are now attending college throughout China. And this program has garnered a lot of recognition and awards. In last October, the president of the All China Women's Federation met with Institute President Ross Koo to thank her for the Institute's support of the Spring Bud program. Of course, Spring Bud isn't the only program that the Institute runs that has also garnered a lot of attention, a lot of recognition. We support the microfinance program at the Pucheng County Women's Sustainable Development Association, also in Shanxi province. And this microfinance institution is one of the largest and most well-run, well-managed program in all of China. And in fact, last month, it was just nominated again for an award for the best Puhui Finance Award. So we're very happy that we are continuing to support this program, and I want to share with you that with your support, we were able to make another donation of $50,000 to the program today, and bringing the total contribution over the past 6 years to $500,000. And this program loans to 98% of the borrowers are women. And with the loans, they are able to raise the standard of living for their families. And this is just a wonderful program with a 100% repayment rate, which is unheard of. And of course, education is one of the biggest things that we're focusing on right now. And we continue with this Children's Art and Environment Project in partnership with the Children's National Center in Beijing. And every year we put on an international mural festival and bring together Chinese and international students in Beijing. And in addition, we have also supported 2 jazz workshops which allowed the young Chinese musicians to work with and learn from American professional musicians. And one of the newer programs under the 1990 Institute is this America-China Exchange Program. And this is based in a primary school in Jiangsu province, where US teachers and students teach English to the Chinese students and teachers in China. And it's a wonderful program that allows a lot of interaction, cross-cultural interaction, and the US teachers and students really learn Chinese language and culture as well. And of course, you heard about the Teachers Workshop, our newest initiative, and you saw a little bit of it on the video. And right now, I'd like to bring up two special guests in our audience today. Would Ms. Ann Campbell and Ms. Lisa Ernst come up? We thought that you should hear from somebody who actually attended the workshop, one of the teachers, and of course, Ms. Campbell is the superintendent of schools for San Mateo County, who partnered with us to put on this teachers workshop.
Well, good evening. On behalf of the San Mateo County Office of Education, I just want to share with you what an honor and a joy it was this past summer on August 5th and 6th to host the first teachers workshop. The topic was China's growing global impact. And if you think about the gentleman that you saw in the video who said, you know, when I went to school, I didn't learn anything about China. It is so vital today that our students here in the Bay Area and throughout the United States really get an understanding of our Chinese neighbors and that we craft better relationships with one another. So we were delighted to be able to host it. We look forward to hosting it next summer, and we hope that it will be the beginning of a long partnership of teacher workshops that will continue on an annual basis. So thank you very, very much.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Ernst. I teach at Alice Feng Yu Chinese Immersion School here in San Francisco. And I want to say I was one of the participants last summer. And I participated in a lot of programs, but I have to say this program really brought a connection with many of the fellows that were there, as well as collaboration. I think that many times when we take classes in college and we're becoming for teachers, we don't get this information. And I have to say the panels were awesome. They really shared a lot of good insight of what's going on and what's happened in the past. So I hope that it will continue to be funded for Bay Area educators, because it really is an essential program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, so Megs,